Hi there, it's me again. I'm back here with episode 3 from my video series where I'm going to read some essays from the book. I put together a collection of almost accurate family stories through the Storyworth online program, service, whatever it is. So, this particular essay, the question that was sent to me that prompted the essay is, what's your favorite holiday tradition? Where does it come from? All right, let's begin. By holiday tradition, I assume the question refers to the holiday season, that is, the Christmas season. There are other holidays throughout the year, of course, and I suppose a tradition associated with one of those holidays could be a person's favorite. Maybe staying up far too late on New Year's Eve, drinking green beer on St. Patrick's Day, setting off fireworks on the 4th of July, wearing an outlandish costume on Halloween, eating way too much on Thanksgiving, seeking meteorological insight from rodents on Groundhog Day. No, I'm pretty sure favorite holiday tradition refers to Christmas. So, what's my favorite Christmas tradition? That's simple. It's getting together with loved ones, exchanging gifts, and enjoying each other's company. And where did that tradition come from? Well, not to brag, but I invented it. I bet you didn't know that I invented turning the page smoothly. I was the first person to think up those activities way back in December of 1973, and I think it's caught on pretty well since then. Oh, and candy canes. I invented candy canes too. Actually, that's not true. I'm pretty sure I did not invent any of those things. The tradition of gathering with loved ones and sharing each other's company most likely was invented by human nature and has been occurring on a regular basis around the globe for the last gazillion years or so. A specific holiday tradition that I personally love is getting together in December with my two daughters and watching Christmas shows. When the girls were young, we did exactly that for hours on end, year after year. Beginning in the late 1980s, when VCR machines and VHS cassette tapes were cutting edge technology, I spent a lot of time and effort recording classic holiday shows onto tape. These shows include A Charlie Brown Christmas, A Garfield Christmas Special, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, A Claymation Christmas Celebration, Christmas Eve on Sesame Street, and A Muppet Family Christmas. Some full-length Christmas movies that I recorded are A Christmas Carol, starring George C. Scott, A Muppet Christmas Carol, starring Michael Caine, which, by the way, is my personal version of that classic Dickens story. It's a Wonderful Life, starring Jimmy Stewart, Miracle on 34th Street, starring Maureen O'Hara, and A Christmas Story, starring Randy and Ralphie and a BB gun. Later on, we added Elf, The Santa Claus, and Die Hard to our holiday must-see library. Yippee-ki-yay, Maynard Ferguson! Of all the classic Christmas specials we love to watch together, our favorite by far is Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas Special. If you're not familiar with the late Paul Reubens' iconic Pee Wee Herman character, or if you've never seen the Christmas special, there is no way you'll understand why we find this show so entertaining. No, wait, even if you have seen the Christmas special, you still may not understand why we consider it so entertaining. You see, the character Pee Wee Herman is really weird. I mean, the word quirky doesn't even begin to describe him. His brand of humor would have to stay in school for at least 3 more years to be considered sophomoric. Fortunately, my daughters and I have similar quirky senses of humor, so we really enjoy all the goofy antics that occur in the show. As you probably know, humor is subjective. Different people find different things to be funny. Many people, if forced to watch the entire 1-hour Pee Wee Christmas special, would not crack a smile once. Others, like my daughter and me, laugh out loud throughout the show. We also have much of the dialogue memorized and blurt out key lines in unison. To give you an example of the fact that people do not have the same senses of humor, 2 delightful young men have become part of our family in recent years. My dear sons-in-law. When we watched the Pee Wee special for the first time, they weren't quite sure how to take it. and they definitely were a bit uneasy observing us laughing loudly so frequently. Have you ever seen someone with a tight, forced smile that clearly sends the message, I don't really get it? That's how my sons in law reacted while watching the show. I am confident, however, that they will come to appreciate the unique genius of Pee Wee Herman with additional viewings in the coming years. I acknowledge the fact that Pee Wee's Christmas special is not religious. It does briefly mention the true reason for the Christmas season, the birth of the Christ child, with a snippet from Silent Night playing in the background. So even though that tiny segment lasts no more than 5 seconds, that's 5 seconds more reason for the season than most other TV Christmas specials. But there's no doubt that Pee Wee's special is nothing like the climactic scene toward the end of A Charlie Brown Christmas, where Linus recites from Luke's Gospel, which causes Charlie Brown, seemingly, to have a religious experience. I think the reason my daughters and I enjoy watching Pee Wee's special together is that it is very nostalgic for us. It brings back memories of over 30 years ago when the girls were little and we would curl up on the couch and watch. The girls laughed at the childish jokes, and then as the years went by, they began to understand the adult double entendres contained within some of those jokes. It may not be quite the same as going out into the woods and chopping down the family Christmas tree or taking a ski vacation in Vermont. Too much nature with those activities anyway. But my favorite holiday tradition is very special to me. And I hope and pray that my daughters and I, along with the rest of our loved ones, can watch Pee Wee's Playhouse Christmas special together in December for many more years to come. Merry Christmas! And I brought you a present, a fruitcake. See you next time.